What's up? What is good? This is a
What's
special
up?
Wednesday edition. We normally don't do it on Wednesdays. Well, sometimes, but this is our 49ers year in review and basically a state of the fucking franchise address. See where these guys fucked up, see what they can do better because you need to consult with us because we know what the fuck we're talking about and y'all other fans don't know shit. So, fuck y'all. No, just playing. Anyway,
Basically,
what's good with y'all? Long time no see, fellas.
So what's up?
quick turnaround.
Yeah. So fuck it. Let's get into this bitch right now. So year end review, fellas. What went good, what went bad? Obviously we're 6-10. Fucking sucked. A lot of injuries, a lot of COVID shit.
Yeah, COVID hit us hard.
Everyone hard.
And
Week
injuries.
2. Yeah, week two. Week 2 just fucking went all downhill. That's everyone.
Yeah, I
Got
mean,
hurt, Bosa.
man,
Just
COVID
bad
got
year
us.
for 2020 was
Injuries
horrible.
got us.
We lost the Super Bowl.
Carried over.
Injuries, no preseason, COVID, and then we were homeless. And now we got like about 40 free agents. Not that much cap room. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
sounds about right. 2020 for the Niners. Sounds about right.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Fucking A. So, fuck, I don't know, man. So, yeah, overall, I mean, I don't know, dude. It was fucking up and down, but it sucked. I mean, I can't call it. Them injuries fucking hit us, but then, like, our defense did, like, decent. Somewhat.
Yeah, that was
You know
cool.
what I mean? Even with all the injuries. Offense
Yeah,
was what the fuck. But, shit. Yeah, so let's get into these fucking positions. What you want to start with position wise? Got to break all this shit down. What you want to get? Let's start off with the worst shit. What was the fucking worst? It had to probably be the O line, right?
Yeah, no doubt. O-line and secondary, I would say.
I say I would go with quarterback.
Yeah, that
That's our biggest
I mean-
issue.
Nah, I think O-line attributed a lot to that too, though.
yeah,
um,
O-line.
Because even when Jimmy was in there, he was struggling with that O-line. They weren't blocking. He was getting hit a lot. That's how he got hurt in the first place. Under pressure, constant pressure. These guys were only getting back, and it was straight up like getting stuck. And immediately, you're getting guys free release, nobody picking them up at all. I think O-line, but
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why you would say quarterback, because I mean, definitely quarterback play fucked us. Like Mullins fucked us over. But the O-line, like anybody back there would have struggled with that O-line.
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Run
too.
blocking, they're okay, but pass blocking, they can't pass block. You look at McGlinchey, he was the worst, by
That's
far
the
the worst
culprit,
of the
yeah.
O-line.
That's the
Giving up
culprit.
sacks left and right. Even on runs, he wasn't blocking like he's like regressed even more. Like I was never big on him coming out, but he's regressed even more, I think.
Yeah, fuck yeah. He
needs
regressed
to
more.
put some
Like
weight.
he can't do nothing, but he can't even block
It-
even with the weight. Like he
It ain't
can't
about
move.
weight though, cause his footwork is bad and he's too upright. Which is what me and Womack said coming out when we drafted him. We questioned that pick from the beginning.
Yeah, I hated that shit.
I wanted Trent Brown. Trent Brown was to keep Trent Brown. He was a better pass blocker. If you got a franchise quarterback, you want to have a tackle that's going to pass block better than as opposed to getting a run blocking tackle, which is what we drafted in McGlinchey. Because even in college, he was a better run blocker than he was a pass blocker. Pass blocking was already an issue. We should have known that. That's on the scouting department. That's on the drafting department. That's all shit that should have been addressed from the get-go. If you get a franchise quarterback, you paid him big money, protect that motherfucker. Give him some weapons. Give him a big, fast wide receiver to go down the field. Give him some tackles to keep the fucking D ends and LBs, outside linebackers off of him. It's common sense. And we didn't do that. That was a mistake from the get-go, and we're paying for it now. Because had we kept Trent Brown, we would have had that pick as well. We could have addressed the defensive need. We could have got Derwin James, somebody like that.
That's the one I want. I want Derwin regardless. I want Derwin for sure. I was so pissed we got fucking McGlinchey because I didn't think the O-line. Well, I mean at that time that was before we traded Trent Brown anyway. But I just figured, I mean we could use that shit could use it for at least another season and then got someone after that. But yeah, because that's what they were saying. Oh, he came into camp out of shape. He was like, Fred, he couldn't run block. I was like, yeah, but his pass blocking was, I mean, Jimmy didn't have to really worry about too much on that side. Everything was kind of coming up the middle. And that brings us to like the rest of the other positions. I mean, Trent Williams, I think after a year, he started off slow. He was giving up a lot of shit. But then like he kind of got together toward like week 5 or week 6, and then he just kind of beasted out. I mean, pretty much he gave up a couple sacks, gave up a few pressures, but I mean overall, I think that was a solid pickup on that front. But like, what the fuck happened to Weston Richburg? Like, we paid him all this money, and this motherfucker only
He's
played
hurt
like
all year long.
what? Fuck it, for like 2 years he ain't fucking played. He didn't play last year,
Yeah.
right? He didn't play this year, so what the fuck we paid this dude for? Like, he was weak anyway when he was in there. Like, he only played like what 8 games, and all that fucking pressure even then was coming up the middle. Like, he was getting punked on, he was getting thrown to the side. Like, it's like, dude, what the fuck this dude doing?
Yeah, no doubt.
So I don't know what the hell that shit was all about. The guards, yeah. So center was an issue. McGlinchey was an issue for sure. I mean, he did, I guess you could say, better run blocking than pass blocking. Well, you can't really say that. He did definitely do better run blocking than pass blocking, McGlinchey. But the tackles, I mean, I don't know. Besides Trent Williams, I think everyone else was pretty much kind of trash.
Even Trent wasn't as good as he has been and what we were expecting.
Yeah,
I expected him to be a lot better. I mean, he's coming off an
He's gonna
injury.
get better. Injury. He still got selected.
But the thing is, but that's the thing though. We brought him in as a 1-year replacement. I don't think there's a future for him here because I don't think we can afford to pay him the money he's going to want.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much a wash.
Could happen.
Yeah. Especially
I don't see how. If you're looking at upgrading the O-line and you're looking at upgrading quarterback and you're looking at getting secondary players, how are you going to afford to pay him? You got to pay Warner. Ain't no way you could pay that dude.
Yeah, we gotta do all that shit. So we could pretty much through that. The guard, we drafted that dude McKivitz. He didn't do bad, but that's the thing. Like, we neglected this fucking O-line, regardless what people say. We neglected that shit even in the draft or getting decent free agents. Like, and me and Nip Ben said this shit since the very fucking beginning when this dude came over. Like, yo, like we can't do nothing without a fucking O-line. Like, they tried, but they maybe in that first year they probably tried, but. After that, it was that was one of the biggest needs. Like, we got to do protection. We didn't have no one. And they never addressed that shit. They addressed it in the fucking draft. Yeah. And when they did, it was like in the 6th round, like some lummy shit like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, that whole unit needs to get retooled. I think, like, you need starters all the way across the fucking line. Maybe minus Tomlinson on the left guard side. I mean, he wasn't as bad. He was still, he still gave up a lot of shit. But, I mean, compared to, like, everyone else, like, he's probably the 2nd best player on the O-line. So, but that whole right side and center we need to just do something about that. And then if Trent Williams goes, then we got the left tackle we got fucking worry about. So, I mean, our line's fucked. Pretty much. I think for sure. So that's definitely something looking to upgrade in this offseason and the draft. Draft for sure. I think, So...
I mean, you mentioned the draft, but we don't have many draft picks.
Yeah, we don't got nothing, no 3rd rounder because we trade for Trent. But then someone sounds solid, which I hope they do. I mean, fuck, we get that 3rd back, and then we get an extra 3rd next year as well. So, I mean, I hope he gets out of here just on the strength of that.
We got some breaking news, not Niner related, but Georgia's predicting John Ossoff to win the Georgia Senate election. So, I don't know. It's craziness going on. The Capitol's getting raided right now.
Jesus Christ. 2021 starting off with a bang.
Yeah. Anyway, my bad. I just thought it was important to get that out there.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. And then, all right. And so, which brings up to, I guess, the next position, QB, which Leo mentioned. On that front, what y'all think about that? You think Niners should get rid of Jimmy? You think we should keep Jimmy? I mean... What are y'all thoughts on fucking quarterback? We should get another one. Like,
you want to go first, Leo? Or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go. All right. Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead.
All right. So, my thing with the QB situation. One,
hold up, you froze. You froze up.
He's in the
just start over again. You got froze from the beginning.
Oh, okay. So with the whole QB situation, either you have that 12th pick, either you could trade that 12 and move up and get yourself a QB in the top 4 picks, or you can use that 12 pick and trade and see grab yourself second or third. So I would go and trade that 12 just because we have at least 40 free agents and use those draft picks to pick up because you're not going to afford those 40 free agents. So I stay with Jimmy, try to restructure his contract. He's been hurt in the 3 years he's been here, and see, take it from there. That's what I would do. Because you need those draft picks. You need more draft picks.
Yeah, I agree for sure. What do you think, Nip?
For me, I honestly, it's a tough question, but I would say, if I was running the show, I would probably let Jimmy go and trade up and draft one of those big three quarterbacks, just because I don't feel like we set Jimmy up to succeed. I don't think he's going to be the right quarterback for our team because I think he needs more weapons. He's not a bad quarterback, but he's not a great quarterback. He's like I've already mentioned this. He's not a quarterback that's going to uplift the squad around him. He's more of like a game manager, but you can win with him. You just have to provide a lot of help, a lot of pieces. Good receivers, good O-line, good defense. He's in that mold. He's not the guy who's going to elevate the receiving core. He's not going to turn these guys like Aaron Rodgers turns anybody into big playmakers. Jimmy's not that guy. We've seen that. He's not that dude, which is fine because you can still win with him. But I don't think we did enough to help him from the beginning. I don't think we got him that. We definitely did not get him that big play, tall wide receiver who could be a red zone target, win some 50-50 balls. And that's the type of quarterback. That's the type of quarterback Jimmy is. He needs that kind of guy. I feel that not just for the deep balls, but for the red zone. You got Kittle in the red zone, but if they're doubling Kittle in the red zone, who else is going to catch a ball for you? Debo is not the biggest dude. Ayuk is not the biggest dude. You need those guys who can create a mismatch, throw a fade up to, throw a nice slant, that kind of shit. We don't really have that.
No.
And so for me, I think we just kind of have to rebuild. I think the window has already closed myself. People talk about we got all these guys coming back from injuries. Yeah, that's true. But a lot of these guys that are coming back have already had injury problems and are going to continue to be a problem. They're not just going to come back and magically be healthy. Bosa, he's had both knees, ACLs, both of them been done. He's had abdominal problems. He's an injury problem. Armstead typically is an injured guy. The last 2 years he's been lucky he hasn't been injured, but you look, that's the outlier. His career he's been injured. So you look at him, he's another guy who could possibly go down. Blair and DJ Jones in the middle, those guys are always hurt. Did they even play this year? Not much. So you're looking at a lot of and then you got 40 free agents. I think for our best option would be just to rebuild. For me, I would try to trade up and get whoever isn't drafted by the Jags at 1, I would try to trade all the way up to 2 and either get Justin Fields or Lawrence, whoever's available. Most likely the Jags are going to get Lawrence, so I would go after Justin Fields. And if you're not going to go up that high, go up a little bit. I think that you could make a move at 3 because the Dolphins are there and they got their franchise quarterback. Yeah. So that's a move you could make at 3 if one of the big if both quarterbacks go at 2. You might have to go up to 3 to get a Zach Wilson.
Let me pull up the the draft order right now real quick.
I haven't really looked too much into quarterbacks. I've looked at the big 3, and then there's that other cat, Trey Lance. He's interesting. He looks like more of a project though. He's more of a high risk, high reward kind of player.
Yeah, definitely.
In the second round, I can lean that way. I don't see taking him in the first. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. But, the way it goes is teams often get desperate and draft, second round QBs in the first round. So he may be an option we'd have to look at 12 because there's a chance the big 3 can go in Fields, Lawrence, and Wilson in the top, 5 picks. You could have all 3 of those guys gone. So unless we're going to be aggressive, trade up and be aggressive, which I think there's an opportunity. Like I said, with the Dolphins, they got their franchise quarterback in Tua. There's a chance you could go up there, offer him a first this year, first next year, maybe throw in a 4th, 5th, and a player, Armstead or somebody like that. Get up there, get that quarterback. Because I feel like we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback that's going to actually, be a game changer. That's what we need. That's what we lacked in the Super Bowl. Jimmy was good. he was good enough to get us there, but he missed that pass. You can't look that down. Some of it is on Shanahan for the play calling, but when the game was on the line, Jimmy did miss that throw. We got to call it like how we see it, and for me, I just feel like maybe it's time for a new start, get a new, more mobile quarterback, because we don't have the best O line. So you trade up, you get that mobile quarterback. And it helps out the offensive line, helps out the run game because now you can run more of those zone read, RPO type of plays. I think it's better for our offense. You can run those reverses with Debo and Ayuk still, but you'd have a added dimension to it with a triple threat quarterback.
Better bootlegs too, probably.
So that would be my move. I would definitely look at. I'm not the hugest on Zach Wilson, but he does show some big playability, and I think like if there's nobody else there, you kind of have to make that move. You got to pull the trigger. If the quarterbacks go 1 and 2, Fields and Lawrence, I think you kind of got to jump in there and get that guy. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to holding Jimmy, like Leo said, maybe restructure him, but at the pay rate he's at now, I don't see any way we could afford to keep him on the roster and still improve the team. I think it would be a move that wouldn't be helpful for the squad, basically. Yeah. So, I mean, that's my opinion on it. And also, I would like to see his trade possibly. I know me and Womack have been talking about this. Deshaun Watson, you say he's not going to be available. I say for the right price, he would be available. They got a new coaching staff coming in. They didn't do shit with him. So oftentimes when you get a new coach, new GM, they're going to want to draft their own guy anyway. They don't have a first round pick. I think they're a dance partner. And I think we could make something happen with them. It'd probably take 2 firsts, but I'm all for 2 firsts if you're getting a franchise quarterback. Deshaun Watson is up there, top 5 quarterbacks in the league, I believe.
It's gonna cost us more than that, though. Like, I mean, you're talking 2 firsts, you're talking probably seconds and shit like that. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I'll give up 2 firsts and a second. 2 first, first this year, first next year, a second, and throw in Armstead. I'm doing it. I'll pull that trigger.
Yeah, well, I mean,
so what do you do with Jimmy? Let's say we get Watson. What do you do with Jimmy? Because you can't trade him, so you would have to cut him.
Cut him. You cut him.
And then you cut him, probably free up that money.
He saved some money. Yeah. We have out. It's built in this year. We have a good out. It wouldn't be much of a hit on us.
And the only thing with that, and so the draft in that scenario, the draft picks become obsolete because we really wouldn't have shit. But then the trade off would be you get like 23 million in extra cap on top of whatever it is we already have this year. And so you could probably, probably supplement that O-line shit with the cap space that we get in the relief that we get from cutting Jimmy. But, I mean, our draft picks would just go to shit, and then who knows for the next 2 years what the hell our needs will be. And so this is my thing. Like, the dilemma for me is, okay, if you get rid of Jimmy and bring in a Rook, like, what do you expect this Rook to do? Like, I mean, do you expect
I expect him to come in and win. I expect him to come in and lead the team. We see that a lot. Joe Burrow was, he was on his way. Herbert's in there. He's running the offense. Their teams aren't as good as ours, but I think with our good defense and you throw in a rookie quarterback, I think you can win immediately. I think you could.
But that's the thing. Like, not all of our defense is there. Like, Ford Bosa's come back off the injury. We don't know how he's going to be. I mean, people act like he's just going to be, he's going to be a machine again. But like you said, with them 2 ACL injuries, like, you don't know how these dudes are going to respond. D Ford is fucking, they're talking about him. He's probably not even going to be ready for the next regular season. So that's always that. You still got to get all these fucking dudes. My thing would be, best thing would be is just keep Jimmy. We already know he at least took us to the Super Bowl, so you already know you got that. Mm-hmm. I mean, give it everything.
But you got to look at this. He's not going to have any weapons around him anymore. He's not going to have that stout of a defense. He's not going to have the O-line. If you can't protect him, I mean, I guess if you draft O-lineman,
and that's my next thing. Like, you take 12. Bring it down, because there's a lot of actually, you know what? I was looking at this draft. There's a lot of O linemen, whether it's guards, even a couple tackles, maybe centers. I mean, there's a few O linemen that would be available to us for sure. I'm just thinking you should just take this 12 pick, trade it down, get all these fucking picks, fortify our team around us, and just get better at every other position than quarterback. Just keep Jimmy. And if you want, I mean, even somewhere along the line, if you want to get a quarterback,
how much is Jimmy making this year though?
24.
I think he's making like 25, something like that.
All right, if you want to sign Warner, you gotta do something with Jimmy's contract.
Well, we got well, that's
almost 26.
Well, we got 30. Well, as of right now, I think we're like 30 something under the cap as it is right now. It's not a whole lot, but it's some. But like you couldn't really do them because Warner's gonna want like what price Kittle like 18 probably. I mean, I don't even know what the top linebacker
And
is.
then you want to sign Trent Williams. I mean, there's not enough money to go
And
around.
that's yeah, there's not enough money to go around exactly. So then, I mean, someone hitting that fucking high note.
I hit my fucking mic stand.
Just turn
Gong
the
show. It gonged you.
Yeah, so if you want to do that, then I think, like I said, fortify it. Maybe get a quarterback in the second round. Maybe someone falls down there. Maybe Mac Jones if you want to go
But
that way. Maybe Kyle
second round
Trask.
quarterbacks tend to be weak. You don't see too many second round quarterbacks coming in and doing shit.
Yeah, so there's always that. But me personally, I think just restructure his ass. I think like maybe front end or maybe backload restructure it so his contract is backloaded, so where he makes probably about 10 million this year and makes whatever a certain maybe amount guaranteed for 2022, and then maybe cut him, give him 10 million, because then our cap should probably go up, because that's the thing with the cap space this year is this shit's going down. It's not increasing, like it's lowering. So that's what's going to drop our cap space. So maybe restructure his deal to where he gets.
So I got a question for you real quick. So you think Jimmy is a long term answer? You think he's a elite quarterback?
I don't think
because you're paying him elite money. Now we're paying him elite money.
Well,
and he has injury concerns.
Well, we've been paying him that money, so I mean.
Yeah, but we've had a couple seasons to see what he has to offer. So that's what I'm saying. It's now
Well, when he did have his first full season, I mean, he did pretty decent. Threw for like 4,000 yards, had 27 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. I went you about 4.
Is that elite though? 13 picks.
I mean, it's good enough to get us to where we were.
But a lot of that was defense as well.
Yeah, some of it was, but we even talked about this. Like we had a kind of fucking defensively, we had a fucking cakewalk in some of the offenses that we faced. You can probably say we faced stronger defenses than we did face stronger offenses, and that was an advantage for our defense because, like, for the first 8 games of last year, like you said, who the fuck we played? We played with the Bucks, the Steelers with no Ben, the fucking Panthers, fucking I don't know, some other teams that were just like, you know what I mean? It wasn't really a good game.
Remember we had that 4 games that we played the Saints, Green Bay.
Yeah.
Who was it? I mean, we did pretty good. I mean, I know
defense did do it against Green Bay.
We did have an easy.
But the Saints game, we were getting fucking. But that Saints game, it looks like we was gonna get blown out. Like our defense wasn't doing shit. You know what I mean? And Jimmy fucking actually kept us in that game. Like he was bombing on there. I think he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns that first half, maybe.
Yeah, but the Saints defense ain't all that. I mean, it ain't like you're against some world beaters.
Yeah, but I mean they're decent enough. They got pretty good pass rush, and they had Marcus Lattimore and shit. Like they had corners.
I wonder what the pass defense is ranked. I don't think it was ranked that high. I mean, I'm not saying Jimmy is the problem, but I'm not saying he's the answer either. And to pay him that much this year, if we could restructure it, okay, maybe bring him back. But we can't afford. I don't think we can afford to pay him that much.
I said maybe. I mean, you're probably gonna have to. That'd be the only way I see is to fucking restructure him. But I mean, we just gotta see what we could do. At least, like I said, we know we at least got there, either with defense or not, because there's been times where defense was struggling. And he actually came through for us. Like we lost against Atlanta because the defense couldn't contain their only weapon, fucking Julio. Yeah, and Jimmy had us up in that game. Jimmy had us up against fucking Cardinals this year in that first game, and then we gave up fucking shit. He just couldn't get back because he was throwing a Bourne and Trent Taylor. But as far as like last year, yeah, there were times where Jimmy actually fucking saved it. Both Cardinal games, we couldn't contain Kyler Murray. Our defense wasn't shit against Kyler Murray, and then fucking Jimmy.
But what I'm saying is he even a top 10 quarterback? I don't feel that he is.
No, I don't think he's top 10.
So that's what I'm saying. You're paying him top 5 quarterback money, and he's about maybe top 15.
That's how you restructure.
Kirk Cousins is getting fucking $27 million a year.
And Cousins is trash. We all agree on that, right?
Yeah, exactly. But he's still getting paid that money, so I don't think that.
So that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't it be better to just draft a quarterback, pay him way less, and then you can use that money to improve the squad somewhere else?
I mean, yeah, you could, but like at the same time, like you expect a quarterback to come in and fucking do good, but that's not always the case, and you can't really rely on the rookie to carry you like that. There's only been a few instances where actually did that. Like Ben, his rookie year, fucking took him.
No, there's been a few. Matt Ryan, Ben.
Not that. I don't
Even
think that first year in 08 when he got drafted.
yeah, Matt Ryan came in getting sick. Flacco took
year,
him. Sanchez. You got these rookies. They come in now. They're ready to play.
But then look what I mean. Flacco. I mean, I don't know what the hell Flacco did that first year with the Ravens. I think he did decent.
No, they made the playoffs. He was kind of getting sick.
But then you go again, like you attributed to that defense. You know what I mean? Because that defense had a fucking Ed Reed and fucking Ray Lewis still. They had fucking good pass rush and shit. You know what I mean?
Falcons didn't have good defense with Matt Ryan.
Well, I don't even remember who that team was. I don't even know what they did, but I know when they got it. I don't know, but that's only okay. There's only like one. That's what I'm saying. There's not really too much, shit no evidence to really back that up. Like a couple, but not, it's not always a guarantee.
There's more than a few. I think Wentz did pretty good his rookie year.
Yeah.
He didn't take him nowhere though. I don't think they made the playoffs that year.
Hurt.
Second year,
Dak came in. Dak came in and got sick when Romo got hurt. He led him to playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Did they go to playoffs that year?
I believe so.
2016? I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about the Cowboys like that, but
I'm just saying that I think you draft rookies, they're ready to play now. Josh Allen was pretty good.
He was still raw.
He was still raw, but there's potential there.
I don't know. I just don't like the fact.
We've seen Jimmy. I think we've seen Jimmy's ceiling already. That's my point. Whereas if we get like a dual threat quarterback, the ceiling is way up there. You know.
I mean, you could. I just don't like what we have to give up in order to get to that fucking top pick. You talking about giving up like 4 or 5 high pick?
Yeah, but
high picks. Like
it's a big but. But like, look. Where does the quarterback? Where does the team start? It starts with the quarterback. You're not winning the Super Bowl most likely unless you got a franchise level quarterback, and I don't see Jimmy as that anymore. For me, I think he's more of an Alex Smith game manager type. He's not. I don't think he's gonna raise the level of any of the guys around him.
I think. Well, me personally, this is what I would do. I'd stick with Jimmy and maybe draft another quarterback in the third round, and then there's some good quarterbacks coming out in 2022. And if everything else is fortified, like, I mean, shit, that's all we need is a fucking quarterback.
I highly doubt that because look how many holes we got.
That's why you fill them up all this year with the picks and whatever else with some young fucking talent too. That's the only way you gotta do it. I mean, even if we had all that money, I mean, who you really getting? Like both our corners are gone. Fucking, we need O-line, maybe another running back.
Well, I'm gonna just segue that into one of our other topics here. Because I think it's kind of going in the direction we're going. So I wanted to get into like some of the bad coaching, bad drafting, bad personnel moves during this regime. And like, had we drafted better, we probably wouldn't be in this situation now. Womack, you're frozen?
Mm-hmm. He's like he's taking a dump.
Possibly. Yeah, I don't know.
So bad coaching draft. I mean, the only really bad coaching I would say was Saleh when he was having trouble adjusting to games. I think it was the Miami game when they had that one dude, Brian Allen, playing cornerback, and he just,
that was terrible.
I mean, that was like the worst I believe that I've seen. Also, some kind of some bad time management with Kyle here and there.
Poor situational football for sure.
Yeah. He did go for a couple 4-1s that were
and didn't go for a couple too. Yeah, he went for some that were questionable, and then he didn't
go for them. Yeah. Go for some that he should have gone for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think. Also, special teams was terrible at the end of the year. It just got bad. They were just. I think they just got to improve in that. It might have to be with coaching or whatnot. Other than that, the drafting. I think it was. Let me see. Ayuk was solid. I think
Kinlaw. What about Kinlaw?
Kinlaw. I think Kinlaw got.
But
both.
didn't we trade up to get Ayuk in a draft
the
so
second- in
deep
the
a receiver? In a draft so deep a receiver, I didn't really agree with trading up to get Ayuk.
But I think Ayuk's gonna be. He has potential, a lot of potential. I see him better than Debo in a year or two, maybe even next year. Other than that,
Damn, we're having all kinds of technical difficulties.
wow, I'm frozen.
Yeah, it's cool now.
Oh, okay. I can't. Those are the ones that, like I said, we had pretty good.
But I mean, even
draft picks, so we're good. Solid
even going
effort.
back though, like we were talking about the
yeah.
McGlinchey move, the Pettis move. There's some
Pettis.
questionable picks that they could have helped us out now. How we made the right moves.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of it goes on the drafting. We did draft some good players, but we had some really poor choices early on. Solomon Thomas comes to mind. McGlinchey, the Pettis. Who else are we looking at? A couple other guys. Here goes Womack. All right, so yeah, we're just talking about like the poor drafting has led us into this position, and then also if you had any like bad coaching moments of the year where you felt that the game was messed up our game or whatever, or just put the blame on Shanahan or Saleh.
Blame for everything. I blame Salah for that fucking Miami game, and I'll tell you
that's
why.
what Leo
Oh,
said.
yeah.
And
That was
and I
horrible.
tell you why. How the fuck do you leave a dude who's been getting torched the first fucking 4 passes in the fucking game and then have him get burnt on the other side for a fucking, like, he got burnt for like 2 touchdowns and like, I don't know how many yards he got fucking burnt for. And you keep him in there. Like, why the fuck would you keep that dude in there? Even during that game, I was like, dude, after that first long bomb, I was like, all right, yank that motherfucker. Like, get him out of here.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, seriously?
Yeah, we were texting each other in group chat like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, this shit is ridiculous.
And that's the thing with Salah, but that's what Salah does sometimes. He don't fucking when he looks good, he looks good. But if fucking something's going on, he don't know how to fucking adjust to this shit, and he just lets it happen. Just like
He's
what
like,
I mean?
he lets them like, all right, you guys figure this out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out, y'all. Because I don't know what y'all doing.
Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, no, we don't. Like, stop playing fucking zone. And some of that, I mean, maybe I don't know how much of that is on Sherm. Well, Sherm didn't really play this year, but I mean, he's a zone corner, and he doesn't really do good with man to man, at least in this part of his career. You know what I mean? So he kind of has to play that zone scheme because you put him on man on any scheme, he's gonna get smoked. So maybe that's why he was doing that shit.
For me, some of the coaching I want to put on Shanahan.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Like Leo was saying, like he went for it on some questionable 4th downs, but then there was some that like he should have went for it. He didn't go for it on.
Yeah.
Clock management was bad, and running, like we don't run the ball enough when we're up or even in games. We just abandon the run game.
Yeah.
You got you supposedly have a stable of running backs. And you're only giving them a combined like 18 carries when you got Jeff Wilson, you got Mostert, you got McKinnon, you got Coleman, you got all these guys, but you're only giving us a combined like 16, 17, 18 carries a game.
And I think that was that game with what the hell was that game?
What was that game with Debo? What was that game with Debo where like it was working and then you just stopped giving him the ball? I mean, there's been a bunch of games like that, I guess. But
I was about to say half the games.
Yeah, the questionable the play calls too, like these trick plays and like we're a gimmick offense, and that's the truth to it. But there's sometimes you gotta just 4th and 1, give it to the fullback. 4th and 1, HB dive. Like we don't do that. We always try to like outsmart ourselves and shit. For me, that's what it seems like. Questionable, weird play calls at weird times.
I think that game was that against the Bills where he did that shit?
Yeah, I think that was it. He stopped giving the ball to Debo. He just stopped.
Yeah. And
was it the Bills? It might have been the Bills. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know there was one where it was working really well, and then he just stopped.
I think it was the Bills.
And that seems to be his thing. Like not just with the the reverses, but like a lot of stuff. Like it works, and then he just stops going to it. To me, the sign of good coach is you get a play that works, you keep going to it until they stop it. That's my philosophy. If I was a coach, if I see a weakness, I'm going to keep attacking it until you change and stop it consistently. But I don't see that in Shanny. I kind of think, like I've talked about already, that he has this like ego where he just wants to do like innovative stuff as opposed to stuff that fucking works.
Yeah, and that's the thing though too. Is just like you don't switch the shit up. Just like in the but he did that shit like the Super Bowl when we were running all those end arounds and shit with Debo. He was getting on the yard and he stopped doing that shit. He didn't fucking run the ball. He
He didn't come out. He didn't start Mostert either, which was very questionable. He was giving the ball to Coleman this whole, and then Mostert comes in like a fucking beast and starts beasting up. Yeah, and still they didn't get him enough. Either one of them didn't get enough touches, and that happened in the Atlanta Super Bowl when he was when he had Freeman in them and Coleman. Yeah. He didn't get him enough touches.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And it's just like, well, I mean, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how do you not start the dude who just ran for 220 fucking yards in the playoffs the week before? And, put him into the second quarter. Like what the fuck? For Coleman? And Coleman came off that shoulder fucking injury, too.
Like, just questionable weird shit. Like, Shanahan's weird. That's all I can say.
I don't understand that shit either. But yeah, there's definitely questionable moments that he does. Like the shit, like
Womack when he's trying to give a point, it makes no sense. Like,
what do you think about the extensions of these two guys, Shanny and Lynch?
It makes
way too early, right?
I
don't think it made sense in the standpoint that you cut Harbaugh off. Coming off of similar circumstances, but you extend this guy.
Okay. Harbaugh took you to 3 championships in the Super Bowl.
Exactly. But he never got an extension. But you just give out a quick ass extension to Shanny and Lynch.
Because Jed York thought we for sure we're gonna have a run. But I mean, you can't predict injury, COVID.
Strong arm. He got strong arm into it. Probably.
I think he was trying to make up for fucking up with Harbaugh too.
Probably
overcompensating and he fucked that up.
Yeah. I can see that.
You could say that. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I'm not saying Shanahan is a bad coach. He's definitely good offensively. I just wish there was more of a veteran presence, like a better OC, like a strong OC or a strong DC to hold him in check and be like, hey, maybe we should run the ball more. Hold him accountable a little bit. I think he has too much power in the offense and the whole team.
Yeah. Kind of like when the Warriors got Jerry West and just like look over operations. You need that type of guy in the Niners. I don't know who would be that, but yeah, you definitely need somebody.
Because what I wanted for the coach initially is I wanted Mike Shanahan and I wanted Kyle to be the OC. That would have been my dream pairing right there. But it didn't work out like that. They wanted to go young, I guess. I don't know if Mike wasn't interested in coaching anymore. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Coaching the Niners.
Oh, dude from what's his name?
Damn,
Leo keeps Green Bay coach. What's his name?
The Matrix again. Who?
What's his name?
Holmgren.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted Holmgren. I wanted Gruden. Gruden was my first choice. Going back to it all. Yeah, I wanted Gruden.
Gruden would have been with us though. I mean, I don't know. He got the Raiders all right, but I don't want Mayock as our fucking GM.
I wouldn't want Mayock as a GM. No, definitely not. But I like Gruden's coaching style. Yeah. Even though he's a Raider, I mean, he's proven to be able to win with multiple organizations. Tampa Bay got the Super Bowl win, and he took the Raiders to a AFC Championship, I believe, and they got robbed by the Patriots. So
Tuck rule.
Yeah.
So.
But what about the poor drafting, Womack? Me and Leo hinted at it before you came back.
I mean,
how do you think it's impacted the team to now where we have 40 free agents? We're kind of in a little bit of a state of disarray, I feel.
Because we
have a lot of holes that need to be filled.
We didn't fortify nothing. We spent too many late picks on too many projects. We did Baki shit, pretty much is what the fuck he did. He took too many fucking chances and flyers on motherfuckers, even in the late rounds, even in the early rounds, because I mean, even your first 2 picks, like Solomon Thomas at 3, what the fuck was that all about? Yeah. That was fucking weak. You trade up to get Reuben Foster, which given at that time, Reuben Foster was a fucking good ass linebacker. So I wasn't too upset about that because he's just a dickhead.
Is he even playing in Washington? He's not.
I don't think so.
The 2017 and 2016 draft is it's coming back to honest. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look
Who
at
was
it,
that? Who was that running back that Shanny wanted? He
Oh,
got
we
and he
Joe,
didn't do
Joe
shit.
Williams.
Didn't even
Joe
make it to
Williams.
fucking. Didn't even make it
Joe
to training
Williams.
camp.
Yeah, Joe Williams.
Joe
You
Williams.
didn't do that, and there's that, and then but
Catboy.
the one that did pass, yeah,
Evans.
that shit. Like, I mean, and then even fucking McGlinchey at 9, like, what the fuck
That's
was
what I
that
said
all
as
about?
well.
You know what I mean? And then you have Bosa, but that Bosa was almost like that was like a low hanging fruit. Like, you almost damn near had to fucking take that if you stayed
You
at
had to get him. Yeah.
2.
I
You know what I
disagreed
mean?
with that pick, and I still do. I feel like we could have fortified the
I mean,
defense more. Got some O line picks,
yeah.
traded back, and got Josh Allen or Brian Burns. Or I said Winovich. We should go after Winovich late. We could have traded back 3 or 4 times. We could have had a whole damn roster off of just trading back.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. And in that first year too, because that first year on that number 3 pick didn't make no sense to me because you got a new regime coming in, you don't have no fucking players, and what better way to start off your new regime with just, I mean, if you're gonna get 3, that dude gotta be a fucking monster. You know what
We
I mean?
talking about Solly?
Yeah, like
That was terrible.
like Solomon ain't a fucking monster. Like, how the fuck was he gonna change your whole fucking team? You know what I mean? Normally them picks, the dude's supposed to change like your whole team. You know what I mean? And it didn't.
Top
That's why
5 pick for sure.
we should have traded down multiple times because we had a bunch of needs anyway. We didn't have no fucking players. We needed bodies. And what better way to get the bodies than to get fucking draft picks, young dudes? You know what I mean? And if they all pan out, fucking great. You know what I mean? They on first year contracts, so they're cheap and they got talent. So yeah, I think we dropped the ball on that for sure. That first year, and then just kind of continued. Like I said, yeah, we got Debo, we got like Bosa. But and we got Kittle, but like, you know, you were saying at one time, Nip, like we got him in the 5th round where there was real no expectation of fucking Kittle. So if he ended up turning out, like, all right, great, like you can take credit for it. But if he didn't, it would have been like, all right, whatever. You know what
that's
I mean?
true.
So and then like Warner too, he was a 3rd round pick, but they probably have more of an idea. So I mean, I'll give him Warner. I won't give him too much credit with Kittle, like I said, only because he was, you know, I don't think the expectation was there as much, but I'll give him credit for Warner. But I don't know. But like, who else? Like, we got DJ Reed in one of them, and then we got the other fucking DB that I don't even remember his name. That's how fucking trash this dude was. Then we got like 3rd and 4th round.
What year?
Huh?
For
We
what
got
year? What are you talking
DJ
about?
Reed. Oh, it was sorry. It was Tavarius Moore, and we got DJ Reed. DJ Reed is actually doing good now in Seattle, but he didn't do shit with us, so whatever. I mean, what is shit? The punter in the fucking 4th round? Like, what the fuck was that all about? That punter didn't fucking do shit for us. Like, there's a lot of, it was just too much questionable shit that we didn't get. No corners. We need a fucking corner. Uh-oh. Fuck this guy, dude.
He bounced, probably. Shit. Booting himself out.
He booted
Tapping hella
himself
quick.
out.
Tapping hella fast, like when that Jim Carrey movie.
He's out of here. Shit.
So we lost the host. So take it away, Womack.
But yeah, but that's what it was. Like, we didn't draft no fucking corners. Like, no real. I mean, we drafted corners, but we didn't spend like prime picks on fucking corners. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
nature. You know what I mean? We didn't do no linemen. Like I said, no premium picks on linemen besides McGlinchey, but that was a back ass pick anyway. Like, we didn't spend none of these prime quality picks on the shit that we needed, like secondary, like linemen, or even as we were saying, like wide receivers that could fucking go big motherfuckers you could throw to, like in the red zone, because Kittle don't do shit in the red zone. You know,
My
what
boy
I mean?
Chark, DJ Chark.
Sorry, there was a whole bunch of fucking, and then we got fucking like Pettis. Like, what the fuck? Like, that was a question. Like, we even sat back, we're like, fucking Pettis. Like, what the fuck is that all about too? And then we traded up. We gave up, I think, a 3rd rounder
to get that fucking guy.
Yeah, I think we had like 2 2nd rounders maybe, and I think we traded one away to fucking move up. Yeah, and get the motherfuckers. Now,
remember how many of those web zone dudes were on his dick?
Oh man!
When I was telling him Shark is way better, he's more explosive. What are you talking about, man? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Pettis is the legit man. He's the punt returning in the Pac-12.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah,
I'll take a LSU dude over. I'll take a SEC guy over a fucking Pac-12 receiver any day.
And who the fuck do you
for the most part?
Rutgers,
Mhm.
fucking like Washington State and shit like that. Like the fuck, like
Didn't even have no blazing speed either. He didn't
Yeah.
have blazing speed.
Yeah,
And he
and the
did
punt
catch a
returns
touchdown.
was against weak ass teams. Like, fuck outta
Shout
here.
out to Pettis.
Yeah, but and they were just like, well, what the fuck was the deal with that? And they were trying to say, oh, he's the next Jerry Rice. Like I was like, are you guys
Who said
fucking
that?
kidding me, dude?
Yeah, all them web zone dudes
You don't
calling you
even know.
motherfuckers out.
He's the next Jerry Rice, man. He's gonna be good, man. Like, okay.
That's what they do, and then 2 years later they're hating on him like, oh, like. But when I was saying that shit, you motherfuckers are talking hella shit. You don't know shit, man. You're a couch GM. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, maybe
Like,
so,
all right.
but I was right, and you motherfuckers is wrong.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And then you act like you never were on his dick. Like, oh, Pettis was a horrible pick. Like, you motherfuckers been on it. You was jocking him. You was jocking that pick.
Yeah, I was all for that shit.
And it's not just Pettis. It's a lot of it. McGlinchey was the same thing. I said the same thing from the get.
Everything.
Don't draft this dude. He looks like a big ass Frankenstein's son. His fucking stone feet. Can't fucking block. Can't pass block for shit. And you go out and you trade up to get him. Did we trade up? No, we stayed at 9.
No, we stayed at 9. Yeah. We stayed there and got him. We could have
But
traded
still,
back.
we
Or
could have
got
traded
Derwin.
back and got better players though.
I would have got Derwin. I was saying get Derwin. That whole time I was like, dude, Derwin.
What year is
We
that?
got no
20.
playmakers.
That was
2018.
2018.
Yeah. Because we don't have no playmakers in the secondary, and that's the thing. Like Jimmy Ward, everyone's saying, "Oh, he's solid, man. He's good. He's a good player." Like, yeah, but good player at what though? He gives up catches just because he doesn't get burned deep. Like, okay, but he makes no plays. Like, dude has 2 picks in fucking like 7 years.
And not for the amount we're paying him either. He's not worth what we
not
pay
me.
him.
Yeah,
We could have had Honey Badger, but we didn't want to get Honey Badger because because they said we want to pay Jimmy Ward. That's fucking what they said. I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah, we like the guys we got. Well, the guys we got fucking ain't worth a fuck. So that's what that is.
Well, I know I wanted in 2018. I wanted Vita Villa.
Yeah,
That's who That's who I was fucking clamoring for, but they didn't fucking get him.
Yeah. He's been
And you see his impact as soon as he went out. Fucking Tampa's defense went to shit this year. He was when he was in, they were getting sick.
And that would have been a better thing with him and Buckner would have been a good duo too.
Yeah, and then he had Derwin James went at 17. Jair Alexander, another one we wanted. Womack, he went at 18. That's who we were calling for. Those are guys who could have traded back to get. That's what we're talking about. Using the value of your picks to trade back and get more value and build the team.
And that never happened.
And that didn't happen. You just went up and you got McGlinchey because I don't know what the thought process was. This dude obviously couldn't pass block, but you went and got him anyway. Thinking, I guess they thought they could improve his pass blocking. Why not go get a guy who can pass block and protect your franchise quarterback? Flawed logic.
Yeah, stupid. So, whatever. Anyway, so that's pretty much what that was. Just got drafted like dickheads. It was just stupid, dude. Just like questionable ass shit. You take flyers. Like I said, it was like some bulky shit. You take flyers on fucking dudes, even injured people. I mean, Kentavia Street, he did put out Breeze, but other than that, it's like, dude had an injured ass fucking knee. He didn't do nothing probably till like this year. You got him like 3 years ago. Like, what the fuck?
See, but we had a need at safety and cornerback that year too.
Yeah.
Jair Alexander, we've been needing corner. We've been saying this shit how many years? Corner, O-line are the top two, should be our top two priorities.
And then receivers, like someone like big, and they got him, but they got Debo, which was fine. But we were saying like fucking DK. I posted him in group chat like a while ago that year. I was like, but I said it was a 3rd rounder. I was like, dude, this is a 3rd round pick. But then he shot to the 1st round grade, but then they got him in the 2nd. But dude, we would have got DK. And then that's the thing though too. Like we got Jalen Hurd, and like Hurd has been injured the past 2 years, so you really can't say nothing about this dude. We don't even know if he can play. So I mean, is there a chance if he turns out to pan out this year, he'll be great for our offense because we don't have someone like with his size. I mean, he's not too fast, but I mean, at least he has height, so he can out jump motherfuckers for shit. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not relying on that. I'm not relying on a 2-year injured fucking player.
Yeah. All right. Let's switch gears a little bit because we've been just bashing the squad. Let's try to get something positive out there. Like any positive, 1 or 2 positives for this year from this squad that you've seen. Because I mean, there's a lot of negative for sure.
Well, positives. Yeah, I mean, we got some people emerged on the defense. Verrett played.
Hyder. Hail Hyder.
Hail Hyder.
He's a free agent, though. He's a fucking free agent.
He wants to get paid. He's want to get paid.
Hopefully with us, this probably boosted his stock with some other team. So hopefully it's with us. Verrett played actually decent. He turned out to probably be our best corner.
He's a free agent, wants to get paid.
Yeah, free agent. So that was good. I don't know. Jeff Wilson kind of came into his own. He was kind of going to be all right though, but he came into his own. He had let's see what the hell he had.
He did good. He was good. He fumbled a couple times, but
2 fumbles. Yeah.
Overall, he was a solid running back for sure.
Yeah. He did his thing.
I want to see Hasty more too. More of Hasty.
I say the positives was the fact that the defense was able to pretty much stay good despite all the injuries they had. They still were up there. They still were formidable against some teams. There's a couple games you just throw out, but overall they performed pretty good with all the injuries and COVID issues and shit like that. So that's a positive for me, I guess.
So Mostert still has when he was healthy. Mostert still had his explosion. So I mean, I could look at that as a positive. But
that's a big thing, though. When was he healthy?
Yeah,
I drafted him in fantasy. He was never healthy.
And that's the thing with Mostert. He's never really been healthy. Like I think he's been injured like all the years we had him. I mean, last year he just didn't starting until like mid-season, maybe a little bit after. But before that, he fucking broke his arm during that Raider game when he was gone for the season.
Hey, Womack, your mic is acting kind of funny. Do you want to try to
hold on? Yeah.
Maybe turn on that what's that shit called? That echo cancellation. Try that maybe.
Yeah, let me fuck with it a little bit.
It's just hella like popcorny crackling.
How about that?
Keep talking.
Yo.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. My bad. But yeah, it was getting pretty bad.
Yeah, sorry. The setting wasn't on it.
Yeah,
good looking. Fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, the running back Mostert. I mean, he's been injured, so. But when he's been in there, he's been the fucking workhorse. I still think we need another running back, probably.
Yeah, I would go after a bell cow. I know it's not the Shanahan style. They like to get those late round gems.
Yeah, undrafted dudes.
I go for like a second round running back, Sav. I haven't got a chance to look this year yet. I usually do my scouting during the off season, but we both, we do our shit during the off season. Yeah. We look at all the rookies and all that shit.
We'll have a draft episode later on. Down
we want all our receipts for our shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. So y'all can't say shit. You don't know what they're talking about. All right, look back. We got tape, bitch. Look at the tape. So yeah, I mean, there was a few. I mean, you can't really find a whole lot of positives in a 6-10 season, but there's a couple there.
Yeah, I mean, and there were so many injuries. I mean, you can't expect us to make the playoffs really with that many injuries. I mean, you're talking about did they even have one game where Jimmy, Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, and Mostert were healthy? No, right?
They had
I think the Rams game.
Not with Mostert. The closest game was with the Patriots game. I think Ayuk and Debo, and they had Jeff Wilson was in there, but they didn't have Kittle. I don't think. No, did they have Kittle? I think they did have. Yeah, they did have Kittle. Sorry. Yeah.
Damn, your shit's still hella popping, brother. What the fuck?
It's popping.
Whatever. We'll try to fix it next episode. You're not gonna be able to fix it this time. I don't think. It's good. We'll deal with it.
I'll do it. But yeah, that shit just I don't know, dude.
All right, so I think we're almost ready to wrap it up, but let's just talk a little bit about Robert Saleh's future. Do you think he's gonna get a head coaching job? I kind of do. I think he'll be gone.
I hope he does.
Let's talk about I guess some possible replacements. I know they had mentioned who was it?
I mean, they might go in-house.
You
mentioned Dan Quinn.
Right? D'Amico Ryans was the name I heard.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stay within the cover 3. So you're going to look at somebody who's possibly at a Seattle past. For me, that's probably Dan Quinn because
Quinn.
Shanahan
Dan
worked
Quinn.
under Dan Quinn. So
I'd take that. I'd take that one.
I
There's
think
some
that's the
people
most
that-
logical.
Yeah, there's some people that's just better coordinators than they are coaches. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. North Turner wasn't fucking shit as a head coach, but he was a great offensive coordinator.
I mean,
You know
but
what I mean?
the only thing I will say is that in Seattle, Dan Quinn had a stacked cabinet. He had
Yeah,
everybody. You had Sherman. You had your boy Cam Chancellor back there,
he
lighting
was a
fools
beat. I
up,
like fucking
cleaning the
Cam.
house.
He was a fucking sav.
Wagner. Their D line was pretty
All
stout
of them.
back then.
Yeah,
Michael, what the hell's his name? Michael Bennett.
remember they had Cliff Averill and shit too. Or was that later on? I don't
No,
know,
that
but-
was the same time.
I mean, he had a squad, but I wouldn't. I look at Gus Bradley. Gus Bradley's trash to me. He had that San Diego defense looking weak. Like this year, they had chances they could save the game. But they were doing some dickhead shit on defense. So I don't like Gus Bradley at all.
Okay,
just,
yeah,
you
I'm
know.
with you on that. Another one they said is actually the interim coach in Atlanta, Raheem Morris.
Raheem Morris. Yeah, he might actually fuck around and get a head coach job. Honestly,
I don't
mean,
think
I know he
so.
would-
I don't think so. Not yet.
I mean, he wouldn't shit with the Bucks like the Bucks when he coached the Bucks for that little bit.
I think we would be
Hold
this
up.
proper stepping stone for him to get another coaching job. If he came in here and got sick with our team and kept just ran the defense to what it's been running, I think he'd get another look. I don't think you can give him a look based off of the Atlanta time because their defense was giving up a lot of points, blowing a lot of leads. When he took over as head coach, they did play better, but I just think you need another year. For me, if I was a GM or whatever, I would want another year to see how he does in another situation, if he improves the defense or, produces.
Yeah, for sure.
Another name that I brought up is Gus Bradley.
Yeah,
I
fuck
think
that guy.
Womack ain't fucking with him.
Because what's his name? Kyle wanted him like 4 years ago. So
I'm not as opposed to him because he does have some experience in the cover three, and he had some success a couple years. I think where was he?
With the
In
Jags,
Jacksonville.
yeah.
Yeah, with the Jags. With the Jags, they were kind of nasty with him
yeah.
as
Was it,
DC. I think
first
that was
round
during their AFC championship game. Was he their coach or
Yeah,
DC back then?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not as opposed as Womack. He wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm not gonna say I wouldn't want him.
I mean, we'll see, but
He's got a lot of experience too.
whatever.
I mean, my first choice, I guess I would go with Dan Quinn.
Yeah, that'd be mine too.
Yeah, because like Womack said, I think maybe as a DC, he'd be a better fit than as a head coach. Because I don't like him as a head coach, but if you give him the responsibility of just tuning up the defense, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, just gotta fucking feel. I think our defense is probably losing the most people. I think out of both defense and offense, our defense is gonna.
Oh, let's pull that up. You got that list? Can you share it with us? The list of our free agents? We haven't got a chance to look at that yet. We'll close it
yeah.
out with that. Just look at it.
Like,
Yeah. Hell of them, dog. It's a lot of these motherfuckers, man.
Tons of off-season moves to make, decisions,
It's gonna
hard
be a busy
decisions.
one. Yeah,
Because don't get me wrong, of course, I'd like to keep Trent, but I just don't see it's possible.
yeah.
I just don't see it. Especially if like our whole secondary is basically free agents, correct?
Yeah, everyone except for primetime Jimmy Ward.
So I
says
got
a
a
lot.
list right here. You got Trent
Whatever
Williams.
that's worth. Yeah,
You can't.
here.
Can you share it? Can you do the screen share? Do you know how to do it?
Hold on. Yeah, here I got one for you.
Womack got it.
Womack knows how to do that. He's a technical.
He's a tech
support guy.
savvy. He just can't get his own audio to work, but he's good at video. He's got a film degree.
Let me see.
You make a movies?
I used to. Before I figured it out, then I was good. So here we go. So we got Trent Williams right here. He made $13 million this year. Sherman, Solomon Thomas. We never picked up his 5th-year option. I don't think.
Don't.
but we picked up McGlinchey's, so it doesn't make any fucking sense.
So those guys aren't coming back. Let's say none of those guys. I don't think any of those dudes are coming back. Juszczyk, I don't think we'll be able. I don't think we pay him.
He made $5 million.
But you can replace a Juszczyk with a 5th round fullback type of dude who comes out under the radar.
They just signed. Who did they just sign? Damn, what was that?
I forgot we had Ezekiel Ansah.
We don't use Juszczyk enough, honestly. Like he should be getting more of the 4th down carries and shit like that.
Yeah, he did
and out of the backfield more. And out of the backfield, he should be more of a.
Towards the end, a little bit toward the end of the season, like the last few games, he was getting more run.
I'd be more inclined to go with a rookie fullback type out of college. You get him for way cheaper than $5 million a year, and we don't use him that much. He blocks, yeah. He does. Yeah.
He does a lot of schemes, man. He's there for the schemes. I mean,
But can you afford that? But we're looking at guys you can afford. Can you afford $5 million? Yeah. He's gonna want more than that.
Yeah.
I think I would pay him more than this right here. That's capped him out.
Like I would be like, yo, who wants to come back and is ready to get a pay cap? And
I would say Juszczyk is on my low totem pole of bringing people back. Just because I think you can get a fullback to block in the draft. You may not be as good as a receiver. You can get a 5th round guy who's going to be stout.
You would have to get a tight end. I don't think there's a lot of fullbacks coming out of college, so you would have to convert one of those players coming out or
a running back. You can convert a running back.
So
a bigger running back you can convert. That's what I'm saying. I think he's replaceable. I think that is a replaceable position.
Well, I mean, he was never. I mean, how big was Juszczyk in pass blocking? I don't know how big he was really in the
run blocking. Is where he does.
Yeah, run blocking
his bread and butter.
But earns his pass check. Blocking. I'd send back
in that HB wheel. In that HB wheel, he's been good. Play.
Yeah. This dude can get the fuck out of here. Tom Compton. This guy can get the fuck out. Garland's trash.
I think we need to try to sign Hyder for sure.
Yeah, Hale Hyder, Jordan Reed.
Maybe off from $3.5 million. That should get the job done.
I would try to keep Kwan Williams too. Kwan Williams. Yeah,
I mean he's at almost $3 million, but you want a little more.
You got to have corners, so yeah, I would try to get him too.
Yeah, that's the thing, and you need a big look. Most Super Bowl fucking winners at least have one big time fucking corner, someone who is like, you know what I mean, fucking legit. So and we're lacking that. So I think maybe if we had that, and that makes it easy on the defense when you can just take someone to travel or to fucking guard like they best one and do a decent job on them. I think that fucking helps out tremendously.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think we need.
So just looking at this list, start at the top again. Who are you keeping? Let's do it like that. Who are you keeping out of these guys?
This is going to be hard. That's going to be hard.
Is there anyone on this list here? What is this, about 10 or 15 people? Who's staying? I don't see anybody that's going to be there.
I don't think. Yeah, I do. Honestly, I don't know. This dude,
Emmanuel Mosley, Jeff Wilson,
Kendrick Bourne might. He might. I don't know. Ronald Blair might.
Ross Dwelly.
We got to figure out. We got to do it. Kerry Hyder.
Pay that dude.
Jason Verrett.
This dude's out.
I would see those would be. Yeah, I would say with Leo, those would be the top 2 targets for me. Will be Hyder and Verrett. Everybody else I could do without.
The thing, if you get rid of this guy, then that's just another big glaring hole on the left side. Most likely a blind.
Well, they would probably plug in McKevitt, whatever his name is.
McKivitz? Fuck nah. McKivitz is kind of struggling, but he's a guard though. He was converted tackle, but I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. No, on that side.
I mean, you don't really have any options. You can't afford to pay this guy $13 million next year.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dilemma.
I could see the dude that we drafted last year to replace Juice, and that was a tight end. What's his name?
Warner, Charlie Warner.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
Okay. But that left tackle spot's gonna be big because Justin School fucking can't do shit. Justin School.
Well, you're gonna have to draft. You're gonna have to draft a tackle in the 3rd or 4th round.
Shit, you might have to go
trade back our 2nd round pick a couple times. You're gonna have to get some picks. You're gonna have to trade back at some point.
That might be the latest we're gonna have to get a fucking lineman is the 2nd round because that whole line.
No, you can get them tackles. You can get them tackles 4th, 5th, 6th round. They be coming out because you never heard of these dudes, and they're just stars all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think.
You want to take that risk? Yeah. This dude
I
didn't
mean,
do
we
too
don't have
bad.
we don't have the draft capital to go up and just
Jamar.
draft a tackle.
Yeah. We don't got shit, dude. That's why it's gonna be interesting. Jamar Taylor wasn't that bad. He actually did pretty good. Manuel
Yeah,
Hogan,
Jordan
he's
Willis.
not gonna- he may-
he's restricted.
Jordan
He got
Willis,
hurt.
he's not going around. Beathard's gone. Joe Walker, I don't even know who that is. He's gone.
Yeah. So
Tabor Pepper, never heard of him. He's gone.
no, they might keep him. I think that's our long snapper.
Oh yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, they're gonna keep him. They just
Okay.
got him.
Brunskill, Ken Webster, Crawcraft,
Cray.
What about
He's
what do you think about
Warcraft,
Jordan Reed?
DJ
Starcraft,
Jones. We'll
Jordan
re-sign.
Reed retires or stays?
Lovecraft.
So who fucking knows, dude? I don't know, but there's a lot of shit.
That's a whole damn squad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's time to just rebuild.
Yeah.
Because you keep Jimmy and he's not even going to have like anybody around him. Basically, the whole roster is going to have a whole upheaval, a whole turnover. The offense would be pretty. You still have Ayuk, you still have Debo, you still have Mostert.
Jeff
But the
Wilson,
O-line is going to be a mess. I don't think that Trent is gonna. He's late in his career. I don't think he's gonna give another year where he just takes like a lower amount. I think he's gonna want to get paid a good amount.
I think he already said that he was like, "Look, this is my number one priority." But I think he's pretty much as good as gone. Honestly, he's gonna go somewhere else. People that could probably pay him. That's
Fuck
and
you,
why not?
pay me. Fuck
Yeah,
you,
I mean-
pay me.
At the end of the day, you trying to get your bread, and
Can't fault him for that.
that's what it's about.
He was
Yeah.
coming on to try to get a ring. He thought we were going to be Super Bowl contenders, so it worked out for both parties. We needed a tackle with Staley's retirement,
He
and
got his value up. He got his value up for sure.
and yeah, he needed a home for the year, a winner where he was stuck with the Washington football fuckheads for too long. He got tired of Snyder's fake ass Eddie D impersonations. He wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Get out of that shit.
Bootleg ass Eddie D. Wanna be me.
Yeah, man. So I don't know.
I mean,
we
I
got a
think
lot
that's
of
pretty
shit.
much caps it, right? We ain't got
We
much
gotta-
to talk.
Yeah, I mean that's we got a lot of shit to gotta do this offseason. So Lynch, this is probably gonna be one of Lynch's probably most important fucking off seasons because you ain't got nobody. Like you want to prove yourself, Mr. Lynch. You gotta do your shit this time.
Got to draft people that you didn't go to college
God.
with.
Yeah, that you didn't fucking weren't in class taking notes with. Fucking guy.
Looking at you, Solomon.
You can't like the guys you got either. Because I don't even like the guys we fucking got. We need better fucking guys. We need guys. with
Yeah, I
talent.
think we definitely need some playmakers on both sides. We
defense,
don't
we
on
need-
defense. We don't have them ball hawks like
we
that.
don't
that
have no one.
go and get turnovers. We don't have
Yeah.
a honey
Yeah.
badger type of dude. We don't have a
Solid
ball
ain't gonna
hawk.
make it. Solid ain't gonna make it. Like
punching
I mean,
out the balls. Those kind of our corners don't really do that.
mm-mm.
Like Marlon Humphrey in Baltimore. He's infamous for them strips. He punches
Yeah.
that shit out. You got that Peanut
That's-
Tillman. We need that kind of
Yeah, and
physical corners that can get up, jam guys. Punch them around, punch the ball out.
but they don't make plays on the ball, and that's the thing. You never see these corners break on balls. Like you know what I mean? Like, no, you know what I mean. You don't see them make. You don't see them make plays on. You know what I mean? Like trying to go for picks, trying to get trying to get the turnovers like that. They're happy with just keeping the people in front of them, letting them catch them, but don't get no yak, which is good. You don't want them to get no yak, but you gotta start making plays on that ball, dude.
Vera was
got-
solid though. I will give Vera his props. Overall, he was pretty
but
damn
that was
good.
the thing. Yeah, he tried to do that shit, but he was in there. But like Jimmy Ward, like the safety, like you back there roaming, that should be your first thing is to try and get. And he don't. That's what I mean.
What does he have?
He's
One
still-
pick his whole career?
He has two, and like this is like a seventh year. Like how you have two interceptions in your fucking 7 years? Like fuck out of here, dude.
Tart is a good, decent player, but I don't think you're gonna bring him back. He's injury prone. But his injury history,
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not going
that's
to
the thing too. So I don't know, man. They got a lot of They got a lot of
So
shit they
you
gotta
guys
figure
think
out.
we're a playoff caliber team next season,
No way. I don't think so. I
right?
think we're at least another year.
And that's why I say rebuild, get your franchise quarterback, start over, um, and go from there. I think that's the way to go at this point. In order to win Super Bowls in this league, you need that franchise quarterback. You can do it, but it's much harder to do it without that franchise quarterback. You look at it going back. You've had Brady, Mahomes, Rodgers, all those type of dudes winning rings. Roethlisberger, all franchise quarterbacks. The few times that it wasn't was like great defenses. You had the Ravens defenses, you had the Bucks defenses, but in order to win the big games, you're going to need that franchise QB. So I say go get him.
I'm not going to be mad. Look, if we do get a quarterback in the first, if we do get one of them dudes, you know what I mean, Justin Fields or Zach Wilson, even Trevor Lawrence, and I don't know, maybe Trevor Lawrence might fall. I don't think he's getting past 2.
Nah.
Something like him at 1.
I think who's 2? Who's 2? Jets.
Yeah, Jets is 2.
I think they still go. I think those 2 guys go 1 and 2. I think the Jags take Lawrence. I think the Jets take Fields. And then at 3 is where we would have to probably make our move if we're going to go get Zach Wilson because like I stated, the Dolphins are probably going to be some dance partners at that slot. So that would be the point of attack, because if he wait too long, he's going to be off the board as well.
So yep, and this is what it is. Jacksonville's 1, Jets. So those 1 and 2 getting quarterbacks. And then 3.
Share it. Can you share it? Might you be able to share it?
Might I be able to share it? Yeah, I could share it real quick. I will share.
He forgot how to share.
No, I did not.
He's greedy. He's a greedy little bitch.
So here we go. So here it is. So Jacksonville's 1, Jets is 2, Miami's 3. See right here, they could be in the market for a quarterback too in Atlanta. Matt Ryan's getting old. You know what I mean?
Since he's good, since he don't need, but since he could trade away, that's another slot.
These guys may or may not be in the market for another quarterback. I
doubt it. They're probably going to hurt.
These guys,
Lions good. Lions good
for sure. These guys for sure.
Carolina for sure.
Denver again.
Sure.
Denver again.
Denver.
Yeah. See, those quarterbacks ain't lasting at 12. Maybe we get Trey Lance at 12. But that again, are you going to go that high for Trey Lance? I don't think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mess with Trey Lance. Honestly, he's too much of a runner. Like,
if that's that outcome, yeah, trade that 12. If not, I mean, like I was saying yesterday on our episode last night,
you got someone like here. Well, I don't know about them, but Raiders might make a move. Maybe try to.
They're going to be gone. You got to go in the top 5 to get a QB this year if you want a franchise quarterback.
They might make a move to jump. The Raiders may jump up and get a quarterback. I'm
gonna look into Trey Lance myself. I'm gonna watch some of his film. I watched a little bit of highlights.
He
came from the same school that Wentz came from.
But he only played one game, right?
He played 1 season. I don't like them one
game, right? This season?
No, he played. Yeah. Oh, he only played 1 game this season? Oh, because of COVID?
Yeah, I think from North Dakota, North Dakota State, right?
Yeah, same shit as Wentz.
I think he only played 1 game, and after that, I think that their college got shut down. But yeah, but like I was saying, like last night, I mean, I wouldn't be. I mean, my dream would have like the Green Bay gets loses in the playoffs, and Niners come on with some package deal, and we get Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that would be my deal.
We could always trade for established quarterback, but look, like Matt Ryan's, even Wentz, and all these dudes are making $30+ million. And if you got a problem with Jimmy making 25, like you ain't gonna want to pay fucking $30-something million for one of these fucking quarterbacks because they're all signed through like 2022 or 23 or something. So unless they agree to a lesser salary, which I doubt.
Make it happen.
Unless you want Stafford.
But even Stafford's making like $30-something million.
Go after Dak. Pay Dak. Fuck it. The Cowboys want to fuck around and not pay him? Yeah, Dak with Shanahan's system, I think Dak would be good.
Dak would be cool. I don't know. Dak might want a lot of bread though too. So that's the only thing.
I think he's worth it though. He's young still. He's only in his 5th season?
Mm-hmm.
He's got 6, 7, 8 good years left.
If you do that, you're definitely got to trade down that 12th pick and start fucking racking up all the players. Sign Warner.
Well, you'd have to give that up to get Dak, right? Because he would be.
He's unrestricted.
Aren't they going to franchise him though?
Maybe. We don't know. Most likely they will.
They franchised him once. They can franchise him again.
Oh, who knows?
Only 2 times.
They
All right.
might,
Well, we're gonna have some off-season talk. We're gonna do a draft
Yeah.
episode or two.
for sure.
Maybe
We
we'll
definitely get into this.
maybe we'll do like a weekly or 2 weekly, bi-weekly draft segment once we get closer to April.
Yeah, we'll do that shit more.
Do
than
some mocks. We
Earl
could do
Grant,
some fucking Mike Mayock drafts.
If we make it to April,
If we make it to April, COVID's a bitch.
civil war might be going.
Oh
on.
yeah,
UFOs.
man.
Yeah,
This shit's
what's going
going
on?
down in Washington right now as we speak. I heard there was a shot fired inside there too.
Yeah, they brought the guns.
Somebody
I
got
don't even
shot.
know how the hell. You know, if that was BLM, they would have all been laid out. Fucking
No
right
doubt.
there. Brought the fucking tanks and the fucking. Oh yeah. So.
Well, this is what he wants, man. This is what he's been aiming for.
Yeah.
Civil
It's
unrest. It's his last ditch effort to stay in power.
This
He
is
has no
fishy.
other hope. But your days are numbered, bitch. Your days are fucking numbered.
I smell something
And
afoot
Mitch
going on.
and Mitch the bitch, you're gone too. You're gonna try to do the Cersei shit where he gets everybody in the house and blows them up. She's trying to do.
There it is.
I'm telling you, he's not above that type of shit, dude. This dude's a kook. The Cersei or the fucking little Palpatine shit.
That's what he meant by saying stand down and stand by. So that's what it was.
That dude got arrested. Proud Boys, dude.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Puerto Rican guy.
No comment on that one.
Oh, I'm not Puerto Rican anymore.
Fuck.
Puerto Rican from Alabama.
Just a black guy from Alabama.
You major be on that one. You major be having me dying on this shit.
Just a black
Fucking
man from
Puerto Ricans in Alabama.
It's really not though.
One thing Alabama is the fucking Crimson Tide. Fucking Saban getting hype. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. We did a little special. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Where can they find
Yeah.
us? You can find us in the corner down there. You see us.
You can find us getting pissed off at what these guys do in the off season. I tell you that much. 'Cause,
Just on
do
the
something
corner.
fucking piss us off.
Angry gold bastards. Gold angry bastards.
Fucking get pissed off.
Pissed off.
So you can't find us on Instagram right here at Gold Dirty Bastards. Gold_dirty_bastards with the Z motherfuckers. And then catch us on here on YouTube, Gold Dirty Bastards. Look us up. We there. Got a lot of shit for y'all on there so far. And also on Twitter, and that's at Gold Bastards with the Z. So wait till we get our website up, which is, who knows? We'll just put it out there in the universe and maybe it'll happen. So
It's not going to get done until I fucking start. Let's be honest.
Hey. You got time. You got time.
you got time. It's on COVID
I
vacation.
don't got time. I got time.
You just had a couple days off, Sleo. Should have been on it. It's all good.
I'll go back next week sometime.
Carry the cross. I'll carry the cross.
All right, so that does it for me. Fucking, you're good.
You're the,
Everyone
you're the
good.
Steph
Any
Curry
last
of the
little
team.
thing?
Carry the squad.
Steph, play tonight. Warriors play tonight.
Leo's Draymond. Womack is Wiggins.
Oh, very funny, motherfucker.
He's a Toscano Anderson.
Hey, that Mulder dude was kind of bombing the other night. Mulder's kind of cold.
Sharpshooter.
Mulder is kind of on the cold shit.
Y'all crazy.
But yeah, give us a like, follow, subscribe.
And comment if you want. Agree, disagree. You want to fucking start some shit.
But more importantly, like and subscribe. That's the most top two we need.
Yeah.
Likes and subscribes. We'd appreciate it.
Warriors playing
We're
the
fucking
Lakers
outta here.
tonight at 7.
I'm on it. I'm on it. All right, Womack. Fuck out of here.
All right.
Play. Niner gang. We're harsh, but we care. We care. We're diehards.